Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel. Now I'm on Deontay Wilder's verified Bomb Squad Twitter, and I gotta set the record straight. There's a lot of people. Deontay Wilder, he's starting to get that recycled radical hate, right? And what I mean by that is recycled. Some of y'all get on your Captain Planet and stuff, and I could tell you don't really watch boxing. You just watch it occasionally or something, and you don't watch it and study it. That's what I'm referring to. And you just use the same rhetoric that everybody else, that are casual fans, say. It's just the same, oh, Wilder's only fought 38 bums and stuff like that. You don't really break down fights beyond that. It's just name calling and filth, Lauren, and filth. Now, Wilder said, awesome fight, Klitschko, but this is how you finish a fight the Wilder way. Hashtag Wilder Joshua, anyone. And then he mentioned Joshua. So what I mean by this is there's a lot of, Deontay Wilder gets a lot of radical hate. Like, it's one thing to have constructive criticism. Oh, I want to see him fight a champion or whatnot. But you got to look at the situation and do it. I mean, you could do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, like, that's why a lot of people don't take certain commenters or channels or writers seriously, because they don't look at boxing objective. It's all just riddled with emotion. And I really think Deontay Wilder, he's in that category with, like, let's say a Danny Garcia, who I feel gets the same amount of hate. Danny Garcia has a solid resume. He's been in there with Kendall Holt, Nate Campbell. He's been in there with Eric Morales. You could say he was older, make whatever excuses you want. He was a champion when Garcia stepped up to him. Lucas Matisse, Amir Khan, Lamont Peterson. He's been in there now with Keith Thurman. Win, lose, or draw. Even if some of those fights, like I thought Mauricio Herrera beat him. Peterson fight he didn't look good in, but I had him winning because Peterson started too late. That's just me. I thought Peterson was looking good defensively early, but he wasn't really throwing much offense other than his jab. And if he would have took more stands and more combinations, I would have easily had him winning the fight, because when he did kick it up and start putting that leather to Danny Garcia in the second half, he nearly stopped Garcia. But nonetheless, like I said, win, lose, or draw, Danny Garcia, he has a good resume. But people keep bringing up Rod Salka and calling him King Cherry Picker. And that's what I'm thinking about Deontay Wilder. To me, Deontay Wilder, you could say, okay, since Bermane Stiverne, he hasn't fought anyone as highly noted as a Bermane Stiverne. But I think the same thing with Kell Brook too. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook, after Sean Porter, he went and didn't fight. And the difference is Kell Brook doesn't fight at heavyweight. Deontay Wilder's fighting at heavyweight. So Deontay Wilder, people call him Windmill Wilder and say he lacks technique. From the heavyweight division, if all this is true, one punch can easily change the outcome of a fight, and he still keeps getting it done. You know what I mean? So you got to give credit. So if Wilder's as bad as some of you guys make it seem in the comment section, then he should be getting knocked out each fight. He should be getting knocked down at least once every other fight. You know what I mean? If he's what you guys say. But like I said, Wilder's getting this radical hate, right? And I gotta set the record straight, like I do so often on my channel. There's not one heavyweight that I could say that I despise. I don't really despise anyone in boxing, but I really like the heavyweights. Tyson Fury, I feel he has his lane. I like his trash talking. He can box. He's not as powerful as some of the other guys. I really like Luis King Kong Ortiz. Definitely represent for Cuba. Power. Can get on his toes. He showed you that in the Brian Jennings fight. Clearly can box. He's mean in there. Deontay Wilder, I like him. Anthony Joshua, powerhouse. Just took his biggest test and passed. Dealt with the adversity. You know what I mean? Joseph Parker, I haven't seen as much of him, but what I have seen, he looks like he's strong and he can box. And I've talked to people who have sparred him. They said they vouched for his power. They said the dude can hit. The guy, I met him in Las Vegas. He's a heavyweight and he's a pro. And he said he sparred with Parker, and he said Parker's the real deal. So, Cannon Briggs, let's go, champ. Yeah, I say yeah. I really like Cannon Briggs, but That's my point. I love the heavyweight division. Heavyweight division is on and popping, which is great for boxing because this was the division where all the action, the best fights to be made and could be made, from fights that even didn't get made, like let's say Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis. I mean, there's a ton of fights that didn't get made. I mean, people wanted to see Mike Tyson Holyfield, Tyson Lennox Lewis, and those fights that did happen. David Tua. I would have loved to see David Tua versus Mike Tyson, prime for prime, or like, let's say 92-ish. That would have been a great fight. But now the heavyweight division is coming back, and I love it. But I gotta set the record straight, like I said, like I do. Show you how it's supposed to be on this side, the real side. And I gotta be objective and fair. And Wilder, I think he's right for the heavyweight division. I think he's a champion. He's had tough fights. Johann Duhaupas, I didn't know really anything about him, but that I could tell the guy could scrap a bit, and gave Wilder some issue, and Wilder dealt with that liquidy looking eye. So I like that. Eric Molina buckled Wilder at a spot, then he came back and did the knockout. So it's similar to what Joshua just did with Klitschko. Obviously, Klitschko is better than Eric Molina, so don't leave stupid comments. I know that. I know Klitschko is a more formidable opponent, long-standing champion, as opposed to Eric Molina. But it was still the same pretense of kind of what happened. The guy got hurt or buckled early, but Wilder didn't go down. Joshua did go down, got back up, showed massive heart. But here in these tweets, you'll see people keep saying like Wilder doesn't want to fight nobody, but he repeatedly keeps calling these guys out, right? Deontay Wilder said, last but not least, Joseph Parker. Hurry up and knock out your sparring partner on Saturday, and let's give the world the other half of the belts, right? That's another call out. Another, like DJ Khaled said, another one. A unification showdown. America versus the winner takes all. He put the wrong flag though. That's not the UK flag. Oh, I guess that's the Joseph Parker. Got you. He put the New Zealand the flag for Joseph Parker. He says America versus basically New Zealand, where Parker's from. And he said winner takes all to take on Anthony Joshua for a mega unification bomb squad. Right? I love the idea. I love the sound of that. Right? So let's give the people what they need to see. Mega unification end of the year. About to whoop their ass. And he tags them. Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker. And I mean, I don't know what you guys want. The heavyweight division is on fire right now, but it won't fully return to glory until we have one title, one face, one name. Deontay Wilder. And then he posted a picture. So, I mean, he's saying he's going to whoop their ass. He's ready. It's up to the other heavyweights to call his bluff. He was in the, look, he's in the UK. This is him at Wembley screaming Bomb Squad. And he says, excited for Klitschko, Joshua got me yelling Bomb Squad. He's in the UK. He was in attendance at Joshua's fight. And Joshua didn't really use the platform after a sensational fight and a great comeback performance where I had, after Klitschko knocked down Joshua, he started getting into a rhythm. So Joshua had to dig down deep to me to gut that win out. And because I had the round Joshua knocked down Klitschko, I had that a 10-9 round because Joshua looked gassed and exasperated at the end of the round. And I thought Klitschko came back very strong and started hurting Joshua, and he was fatiguing. So that was a 10-9 round instead of a 10-8 round. Then the next round was a 10-8 round because Klitschko knocked down Joshua and he had to hold on in round 6. I thought Klitschko was doing good round 7, 8, and I think round 9 Joshua started to come back alive. Maybe ripped to the body. This is just off the top of my head, but the point being is Joshua was in attendance. Well, he was the fighter, and then Wilder was in attendance, and Joshua didn't even use that stage to call him out. You know what I mean? This is another April 24th. He says, all you got to do is say yes, Joseph Parker. And he called him out again right here. And this is the thing. It's up to these other fighters to call bluffs. If you think that he's lying and doesn't want to fight you, then why not call his bluff? That seems like the easiest fix. You know what I'm saying? That's a real easy fix. You don't think he wants to fight you? I did a video 4 days ago. I'm coming for you. Deontay Wilder warns Anthony Joshua, right? Let me try to find this other video, see if I can find it. 5 months ago, Wilder versus Joshua. Deontay Wilder says, "I'm the man. Wants a unification, AJ unification." 5 months ago, right? See, this is what I'm telling you guys. The brilliant thing about the YouTube platform is if you work like me and you cover a lot of these incidences as they come up and you don't delete them, then it serves as a record. It's like record keeping. So I did a video 5 months ago where he was still calling for the Joshua fight. 10 months ago, Deontay Wilder calls out Anthony Joshua, "Let's make sooner now. Huge heavyweight fight, USA versus UK." And I have all the links to the exact interviews and the exact call outs and everything in my videos. So even as far as 10 months ago. So this notion that Deontay Wilder doesn't want to fight nobody, I mean, again, it's up to the Joshuas, the Joseph Parkers. When he's calling you out, call his bluff. I did a video 10 months ago where he called out Joshua. In fact, after Ward versus Paul Smith, I talked to Eddie Hearn, and at that time, but to Hearn's credit, this was before Joshua even became a champion. He says he basically wants to let the Wilder fight marinate. So I think they realized the threat level of Wilder and they want to build it up. That's just kind of what I see. But both guys have a shot. Wilder has a shot, to me. Maybe not to some of you guys who don't judge boxing effectively or objectively, but to me, Wilder has a shot versus Joshua, and Joshua certainly has a shot versus Wilder. You can't, both guys have too much power in them gloves for neither guy to have no chance. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Some people say, "Oh, Wilder has no shot." Man, if you have the type of power he has in that frame and athleticism, you got a shot with really anybody. In fact, I think Wilder, I told people a long time ago, a lot of people don't agree. I would have probably picked at this stage, I would have picked Wilder to beat Klitschko. Klitschko, you notice he has more problems with the guys that are his height or taller. And you have to deal with that power, you know what I mean? And Wilder's just more aggressive. Joshua was boxing more and setting it up. And you got to deal with, for all the shortcomings of Wilder's fight style, to me, that actually might even serve as his advantage, because he's not just coming in the fashion. He might be clowning around and he might be doing some stuff that you don't really, that's harder to prepare for, right? Look how far out he is when he just threw that shot that knocked this dude out brutally on Showtime, right? Watch it one more time. Look how far out he is. He just comes right in and lands that. He clearly has long arms to do that. You guys got to know how to break this boxing stuff down, man. And little stuff like that, if he could leap in from that far out and his long arms could still connect to the target, if he could change the tempo of a fight like that, then he has a shot versus anyone. Look, he just demolished Spilka, just right on the button. And even stuff like this.
He is going to go for the finish, and Washington needs to tie up immediately. This is a bad spot.
See how crazy he is?
And this one, and look at Wilder, he's pouring it on. The left hook, and this one is over.
People keep talking about them last two swings, but before that, he was landing some stuff.
This is a
right there. He's landing on the temple. So, you know what I mean? Them last two swings was just for good measure. That didn't really, this part right here, people keep talking about this. He hit him right there. Then he missed that as he's backing up and the ref's trying to jump in. And he missed that. But at the same time, some of them other fights, and you could tell the fight was kind of taken out of Washington, who, in my opinion, was winning the fight. Shout out to my dude, Washington. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, it's up to the other heavyweights to call his bluff. You want to see Wilder in a meaningful fight, then I think the other heavyweights need to step up. Joseph Parker, he lost his opponent, Hughie Fury, who had pulled out with the injury. And he said, "I'll fight you." Hughie Fury is pulling out. "I'll fight you" in July. And Joseph Parker is now fighting a guy I've never even heard of, right? I don't even know who this guy is that he's fighting. That's why Wilder said, "Knock out your sparring partner." Like who? Like I really don't know who Joseph Parker's opponent is. I don't even remember his name for the sake of this video. You know what I mean? And Joseph Parker retweeted it, but he retweeted what Bronze Bomber was saying in this video that I'm talking about. But at the same time, let's see it. Let's see him step to Wilder. That's what I want to see. I think that's a good fight. Parker has power, like I said. This is a good fight. So instead of just retweeting what Wilder's saying and calling out you and stuff like that, then take the fight. But his team clearly had other plans because they picked a person most people don't know. Eddie, surely Parker and Wilder need to seriously step up before they get a huge AJ unification. So let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.